Hong Kong 2022 International Mathematical Olympiad Preliminary Selection Contest HKIMO. In this video, I want to solve problem number 1 to 5. I will release the next problem in other parts, 4 parts, each part 5 problems. Here I've released problem solutions of problem 1 to 5, and in other videos I will release the other parts. So for having next videos, next problems, subscribe my YouTube channel now and turn on notification, like my video, and if you had any question about the solutions of this part or other parts, feel free to send message to my WhatsApp number in the description and comments. Problem number 1, if x squared plus y squared equals 3961, xy over 1980, where x greater than y greater than 0, find the value of x plus y over x minus y. Okay, so we want to find this, so we focus on finding a. We consider it as a. One important thing here, we have two equations. In solving these types of problem is what also it was useful in previous years of Hong Kong Math Olympiad replacement and also other countries. And we've solved these types of problem with replacement previous problems in previous years of Hong Kong. We've solved this with my other students, and the idea here, it's so much useful. Replacement. How? Here we know x plus y over x minus y is a. Now here I want to find y in terms of x. Because we have this, I find y in terms of x and a. So we cross multiply ax minus ay, and then if we take negative ay to left hand side, it will be y plus ay, and x to right hand side, it will be ax minus x. So we can conclude y times a plus 1 equals x times a minus 1. So we can say y equals x times a minus 1 over a plus 1. Now we replace y with x times a minus 1 over a plus 1. So it will be what? X squared we have from the assumption main equality plus y squared, which will be this. X times a minus 1 over a plus 1 squared equals 3961 xy. 3961 xy. Y is what? X a minus 1 over a plus 1 over what? 1980. Let me draw it better. 1980. And now here we say x squared, x squared, x squared we have, so we divide both sides by x squared, and after that we multiply both sides by a plus 1 squared and also by 1980. So let's see what we have. In left hand side we have 1980 times a plus 1 squared plus a minus 1 squared equals 3961, x squared cancelled, a minus 1 squared. And here a minus 1, and because we have a plus 1 and we multiply both sides by a plus 1, it will be a by a plus 1 squared, so it will be this. Now if we simplify that, it will be 1980 a squared plus a squared 2a squared plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2a minus 2a, they will be cancelled, equals 3961. This times this will be a squared minus 1. Now here we can say this part will be 2 times this. It will be what? 0, 2 times 8, 6, 16. We have 1, 2 times 9, 18, plus 1, 9. A squared plus 3960 equals what? 3961. A squared minus 3961. So here if we take this a squared to right hand side, it will be a squared, and to left hand side if we take, it will be this plus this. 0 plus 1, 1, 6 plus 6, 12. We have 1, 9 plus 9, 18 plus 1, 19. We have 1, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 1, 7. So here we should find a, and the problem, we want to see a is positive or negative, because a is what? A is x plus y, the numerator is positive. X minus y, x is greater than y. Y numerator is positive because x and y are positive, greater than 0. X is greater than y, so x minus y is positive. So we can conclude a is positive. So we should consider positive root. So a will be root 7921. Now, how we can do this? You can check some numbers, but let me tell you an important algorithm. Also, I told this in my other videos. There are some basic ideas, like for example, taking square root, the algorithm of this, or other ideas. If you want to know all of them that are useful in also Hong Kong Olympiad, from qualifying level also up to IEMO international level, as I said before, feel free to send message to my WhatsApp number in the description and comments. Okay, so let me tell you how. Also, I can teach you how you can find, for example, for decimal numbers and decimal after decimal point. So from right, you consider 2, and then here 79. What number times itself is less than this and near to this? 8. 8 times 8, 64, and this is 5, it is 1, 2, 1. 8 times 2, 16 times, you should place same number here, and if you place 9, 9 times 9, 81, we have 8, 9 times 6, 54, plus 8, 62, we have 6, 9 times 1, 9, plus 6, 15, and it's 0, and you place here 9, so the answer of this problem is equal to 89. If you had any question about the solution of this problem, as I said before, feel free to send message to my WhatsApp number in the description and comments. Problem number 2. Let a and b be the two roots of the equation x to the 4 over 3 minus 2022 x to the power of 2 over 3 plus 2023 equals 0 if p equals a plus 3 a to the power of 1 over 3 times b to the power of 2 over 3 and q equals b plus 3 a to the power of 2 over 3 times b to the power of 1 over 3. Find the value of p plus q to the power of 2 over 3 plus p minus q to the power of 2 over 3. Okay, so at first I will solve this. I will find one answer. It has also another answers because it's a b 2 roots. It has 4 roots, so it depends. Consider which 2 roots. I will consider what the answer I think probably they've meant. If you want me to tell you the whole answers, all possible cases of this question, feel free to send message to my WhatsApp number in the description. Maybe they should change it to 2 positive roots, something like that, to have one answer. So let's solve it together. I want to tell you the ideas of this problem. One idea for this problem is changing variables. One idea is to finding some of the roots, something like this. For solving problems like this, have roots that are also useful in AIME. I solved this with my students for past years of Hong Kong, for example, previous year 2021 and previous years, other past years. We've checked the ideas. If you want to know the ideas, as I said, feel free to send message to my WhatsApp number in the description comments. Okay, also you can subscribe my YouTube channel and turn on notification for having next parts. Okay, and revised version. So this part, x to the 1, 4 over 3. I consider what? I say, okay, let's consider x to the power of 1 over 3 is, for example, y. Then I have y to the power of 4 minus 2022 y squared plus 2023 equals 0. Now, I consider what? A to the power of, because we have 1 over a to the power of 1 over 3, consider this is c, and b to the power of 1 over 3, 1/3 is d. Now, p is what? P is c cubed plus 2cd squared. And q is what? Is b is d cubed plus 2c squared d. And now I want to find p plus q to the power of 2/3. P plus q is what? Is c cubed plus d cubed, this plus this plus this plus this. You factor from 2cd, it will be d plus c. And if I use factorization of this, it will be c plus d c squared minus cd plus d squared. And if I use also here cd, I can write plus 2cd. So it will be what? C plus d. Let me check. Sorry. Here instead of 2, I should write 3 because the problem says 3. Let me correct it. So it will be 3cd and here 3cd. So it will be what? C squared plus d squared plus 3cd minus cd plus 2cd. And it will be what? C plus d times c plus d squared, and it will be c plus d cubed. So here we found the first one. P plus q to the power of what? It says to the power of 2 over 3. To the power of 2 over 3, it will be, you can cancel 3, it will be c plus d squared. We found the first part. Now we want to calculate p minus q. P minus q is what? C cubed minus d cubed and plus 3cd. We factor d minus c because d squared minus d minus c, and then it will be what? The first one is c minus d factors c squared plus cd plus d squared. Now because here is d minus c, you should multiply by -1, -3cd. And now you can see it is equal to c minus d c squared plus d squared minus this, it will be minus 2cd, and it will be c minus d c minus d squared, and then it will be what? It will be c minus d cubed. So here we can conclude that p minus q 2/3 is what? Is c minus d squared, because 3 will be cancelled too. And the problem says what? Find p plus q to the power of 2/3 plus p minus q power of 2/3. It will be what? C plus this one. C plus d squared plus c minus d squared. And if we expand, it will be what? C squared, d squared, c squared, d squared. It will be 2 factors c squared plus d squared. 2cd minus 2cd, they will be cancelled. Now, c and d by using, if I copy these changing variables, I said if c squared plus c squared, let's calculate here. I want to find what? I found the answer is 2c squared plus d squared. Okay. In this part, we know c and d are two roots of this equation. If I write rest with black, if I consider y squared, for example, equals z, then I can say what? Z squared minus 2022 z plus 2023 equals 0. Okay, so here we can say, because c is root of this, so c squared is also root of this, and d squared are root of this. Now you can find, for example, here two roots. There are two different roots, and if you calculate that, both roots here are positive, and then you can say, okay, because both roots are positive, c and d, for example, let me tell you, c squared plus c squared is sum of the roots. Here you can say sum of squared is negative b over a, and you can say c squared plus d squared equals negative this 2022 over 1, and then you say 2 times that, 2 times c squared plus c squared is 44. But here you can prove, I think the problem probably means this. You can also find two other answers, because the problem says two roots, but it has four roots, and you can find another c and d, and then c squared equals d squared in that case. So you can find two other cases. I think probably they mean this. Maybe in revised version they revise the problem, they correct it. But if you want to find, if you want to know, if you had any discussion about this, you can send message to my WhatsApp number in the description and comments why, for example, your answer is not right, and if you had any question, and if you wanted to know other two answers for this problem is what, and we should correct what. Also, at the end of the problem solutions, after solution of problem number 20, I will release a revised version, and in that case I will consider this, and I check maybe Hong Kong Mathematical Olympiad, their official website, correct this problem. Problem number 3. How many pairs of positive integers m and n ordered such that m squared n equals 20 to the power of 22? For solving this problem, we want to use one of the most important ideas in counting problems. If you have two things that are not related, count this, and if they are in the same time, multiply them. It means what? Let's see what is this for, how we can use this for this problem. Let me explain, then you will understand it better. So if you want to know also other counting problems, ideas, feel free to send message to my WhatsApp number in the description and comments. Also, they are useful for solving previous problems of past years of Hong Kong Math Olympiad and other countries. So m squared n equals 20 to the power of 22. So you should prime factorize. It will be 4 times 5. 2 squared times 5 to the power of 22. So m squared times n is 2 to the power of 44 times 5 to the power of 22. Now, here, m and n can only have, and m and n are positive integers. M and n can only have 2 or 5. So you say, suppose m is 2x, 5 to the power of y, n equals 2, for example, w, 5 to the power of t. Now here, m squared times n is what? M squared n is 2 to the power of 2x, 5 to the power of 2y, 2 to the power of w, 5 to the power of t. It will be 2 to the power of 2x plus w, 5 to the power of 2y plus t. Now, because they are equal, so 2x, and x and y are greater than equal 0. They are powers. And m is integer, so x and positive integer, x and y are greater than equal 0, and also w and t are greater than equal 0. Now we can say 2x plus w, the power of 2 on left hand side, equals power of 2 on right hand side, 44. And now if we consider power of 5 from both sides, 2y plus t equals 22. Now we should find all answers of this because these two things are not related. You calculate the number of answers for xw, and then after that you multiply it by the numbers of y and t. It was the ideas I told you here. When you have some things that are not related, you split it up to smaller parts. Smaller parts are easier to calculate. You count each part and then multiply them together like this. So 2x plus w equals 44. So we understand here it is even, so w should be even. So you can say w is 2w prime, replace w with 2w prime and divide both sides by 2. Then we have x plus w prime equals 44. And because w is greater than equal 0, so w prime also greater than equal 0. So when we divide both sides by 2, 44 divided by 2 will be 22. So here it can be 0, 1 to 22, 0, 22, 1, 21, and 22, 0. Because we have two variables, it is easy to solve. We can calculate. But if we had 3 or 4 or more variables, it has an idea, important idea, and also useful in other problems. If you want to know that, if we have more than 2 variables, as I said, feel free to send message to my WhatsApp number in the description and comments. So here we have 23 answers for x and w. For y and t, similarly, we can say also even, so t should be even. So t is what? 2t prime. If I replace t with 2t prime and divide both sides by 2, then I have y plus t prime equals 11. T is greater than equals 0, so t prime should be also greater than equals 0. Now let's consider 0, 11, 1, 10, 2, last part 11, 0. So how many cases do we have? 12 cases for y and t. We multiply them because each case of x and w can come with each case of y and t. Now, if we multiply these two numbers, 23 times 12, 2, 3, 2 times 3, 2 times 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 6, 7, 2. So the answer of this problem is 2, 7, 6. 276. If you have any question about the solution of this problem or other problems or other years, other exams, as I said before, feel free to send message to my WhatsApp number in the description and comments. Okay, given problem number 4, given that 22 factorial is this number blank this number where the box contains 3 missing digits. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Write down the missing digits from left to right. Okay, for these types of problem, they have ideas. Some ideas you can find it in a faster way, a little faster way. If you, for example, here we should find last 9 digits, then last 5 digits, something like this. We will solve it without congruency. Also, in some problems, you need to use congruency. If you want to learn how to solve these types of problems, because there are several problems in Hong Kong Math Olympiad of this type and other countries, if you want to learn them, as I said before, feel free to send message to my WhatsApp in the description and comments. Okay, so at first we should find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last 9 digits, but I will do one thing, that instead of last 9 digits, we only need to find last 5 digits. Okay, we want to get rid of these 4 zeros. How? So 22 factorial, at first we say, okay, let's multiply all these 22s and then we subtract to smaller numbers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, 21, 22. Okay, so here we say, okay, we have 0, so we cancel this 0 and this 0. Because we don't calculate this, so we can get rid of this. The next 0, you say 5 and 2, 1, 0. This 0. The next 0, 15 over 5, 3 and 1, 2. Let's cancel this 0. And the next 0, you cancel divided by 10. It is 2 this. Now we should find last 5 digits of this product. So 2 times 3, 6. 6 times 6, 36. 7 times 8, 56. 9 times 11, 99. 12 times 13, if you write, it will be 6, 2, 3, 1, 1, 5, 6. So it will be 1, 5, 6. The next one, 3 times 14, 42. 16 times 7. If I write 16, 6 times 7, 42, it's 10. And 7, it will be 2, 7, 2. I write it here. And this one, 18 times 19. It will be 19, 18. 72 and 7, 15 and 19, it will be 2, 4, 3, 352, and last part, this part, 2 times 21, 42, 22 times 42, it will be 2, 2, 4, 2, 4, 8, 2, 2, 4, 2, 4, 8, it will be 4, 12, 9, so 9, 2, 4. Now, instead of 22 numbers, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. In next step, we change it to 4 numbers, 2 numbers, 1 number. 36 to 56. I write the rest of that with green. 36, 56. It will be 3, 36, 3, 3, 3, 18, 1, 16. So it will be this and 1, 1, 3, 4. Okay, 2016. The next one is what? 99, 156, 99, 156, 96, 54, 5, 55, 14, and then you write again 4041, and it will be 44451. Okay, so we've calculated this. Let's calculate 42272. 42272, it will be 224, 27, 14. We have 1, 2245, 428, 47, 28. And 2, 4 times 2, 8, plus 2, 10, and this, 4, 12, 1, 1, 6, 6 plus 8, 14, we have 1, 1. Okay, and the last one is what? 342924. 342924. 248, 224, 29, 18, 44, 16, 1, 428, 1, 4 times 9, 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits. 3, 4, 12. We have 1, 3, 2, 6 plus 1, 7. 3 times 9, 27. We don't continue because we want only last 5 digits. This idea is important. In next step, you will understand it is so much more useful. 8, 4, 6 plus 4, 10, 1, 9, 9, 18, 20, 2, 2, 1, 3, 3, 6, 9, 9, 7, 16, 1, 1, 3, 4, 4 plus 7, 11. So it will be this. Okay, now I have 4 numbers. I write rest with pink. I multiply these two, and then one more product. The first one. 2, 0. Let me write this one at first. 2, 0, 1, 6, 1, 5, 4, 4, 4. Then I say 4, 6 because we have 3 fours. 4 times 6, 24. 2, 4 times 1 plus 2, 6. 4, 0, 8. So I write again 4, 6, 0, 8. I write again 4, 6, 0, 8. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Until here we write. Okay, the next one, 5 times 6, 30. We have 3 and 8 here. And the last one, 1 times 6, 6. And if we add up these numbers, it is 10, 11, 15, 1, 9, 17, 23. Okay, now you will see we didn't calculate many things and it increased your speed. So the next one, 1, 1, 4, 2, 4, and 16, 0, 0, 8. If we multiply 8 times 4, 32, 19, 33, 3, 11, 1, 9. Okay, 0 here, 0 here, 6, 6 times 4, 24. We have 2, 6 times 2, and 14. The next one, 1 times this 4, and then 2, 9, 3, 5, 4, 4, 8, 17. Okay, now one product is needed. I write rest with black. 35, 104, 75, 392. 4 times 2, 8, 36, 15, 1, 21, 2, 30. Okay, last 5 digits. 0 here, 1 here. 2, 9, 3. And the last one, 5 times 2, 10. We have 1, 46, and 3 times 2, 6. Okay, let's add up all these numbers. It's the last product. 8, 6, 7, 10, 1, 3, 4, 10, 16. So it is what? 607, 68. So the answer is 607 or 607. If we check this, let me calculate, paste it here, this part. Okay, so as you can see, 68 is here. So the missing digits is 607. So the answer of this problem from left to right is 607. Okay, if you want to learn other problems of this type in past years of Hong Kong that we worked on these ideas with my other students in the past, you can send message to my WhatsApp number in the description and comments. Problem number 5. One edge of a triangular pyramid has length 6 while every other edges has length 5. Find the volume of the pyramid. Okay, so I want to solve this problem. We need to know some geometric formulas, but basic formulas we need here. But if you want to know, there are around 50 important formulas in geometry that are useful from qualifying level round 1 up to IMO international level. For example, length of angle bisector, AI is what? All the length, all the angles. You should know them. If you know them, you can solve, I can say 90% of problems. Also, in many years, 100% of the problem with those formulas. I also told the formulas to my other students in Hong Kong, other countries, and they use them in many exams in Hong Kong, and it was useful for them. If you want to know the formulas, as I said before, feel free to send message to my WhatsApp number in the description and comments. Okay, so here let's see what we have. It says, okay, so I consider the base as an equilateral triangle. So let's consider this one. Okay, so here, for example, it is ABC. I know the volume is area of ABC times. Suppose it is the base that 5, 5, 5. All of them are 5. 5, 5, 5. And times h, the height of the distance of the fourth vertex from this triangle over 3. So now I consider it is 3D shape. I want to consider D. Let me connect D with this point. Okay, so suppose it is, for example, 5. It is 5 and this one is 6. Okay, so we can connect a little like this. 5, 5. And this one is 6. Okay, so here it is 5. Suppose it is 5 and this one is 6. Now I want to do something. I draw perpendicular to this side, and to this side. Okay, so also I have a perpendicular from this, it is h. This one is h, the h that we want, the distance from these two other vertex. These are in this plane, it is in this plane, in this plane. Now if you consider the h, let me draw it with, for example, with green. I think it's better, the edge here. And let me draw it with line. So this one, if I want to explain, for example, this one, this perpendicular, and we have something like this. Okay, and you can see what. Okay, so if I draw the 2D shape only, I consider ABC. Let me show you. We want to see it will be what? Suppose it is A, it is B, it is C. And this point is P. This point, for example, is X. This point is Y. This point is Z. So if we draw, for example, it will be something like this one. Okay, this one, for example, and this one, and this one. Let me, because they are equal. Okay, it is something like this. And it is what? It is P. And this one, it is 2D shape. It is X, it is Y, it is Z, only in triangle ABC. Now I want to find Px, Py, Pz. Px is what? H squared, this H, plus Px squared equals this pink height in this triangle. So let me write this length, for example, T. It is T squared. Now I want to find T is what in this triangle, and for example it is T. Similarly, if you pay attention, 5, 5, 6, and it's 5, 5, 6, and it is 5, it is also T, the length here. And this one W. I want to find T and W. So let me show you how you can find T. I consider this triangle DBC. If you consider this triangle, so it will be something like, let me show you, 5, and this one, for example, 5, this one a little greater, 6. Okay, it is 5, it is 5, it is 6, and I want to find T, the height from this to this. Okay, so we want to find T. At first, if I want find the area with 5, 6, 5, then T times 5 is twice area. How we can find area? With Heron's theorem. It is what? It is DBC. Area of DBC, at first you should find semi-meter. Semi-meter is 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 6, 16 over 2 is 8. So it will be root by Heron's theorem. For example, one idea and basic idea is this from 50 important ideas. 8 times 8 minus 6, 2. 8 minus 5, 3, 3. So it will be what? 8 times 2, 16. It will be 4. 4 times 3, 3. It will be 3. It is what? 12. The area is 12. Now, you know what? T times 5 over 2 is 12. So T is what? T is 24 over 5. Okay, now we want to find Px. Px squared we found. The Px squared, or also similarly we can say Py squared is same because T is same. Px squared equals Py squared equals what? T squared minus H squared. And it will be what? It will be 24 over 5 squared minus h squared. And we found px and py. Now we want to find pz. Pz is w, and you can say what? You can say it's so much easy. In a right, it is equilateral triangle 5, 5, 5, and w is a root 3 over 2, the length. It is 5 root 3 over 2. So if we use the same thing, we can say what? We can say h squared plus here pz squared equals w squared. So h squared equals, so pz squared is what? Pz squared is w squared, and we know w squared is what? 25 times 3, 75 over 4 minus h squared. So let's copy this triangle and the formulas that we found. Length. Okay, so px squared is this. Copy. Okay, let's calculate this part. And the next one, pz squared, we found like this. Okay, now it is equal to this. So if you draw, let me draw with pink. If you draw this line, it is equal to this, and we can say this one equals this. So because it is equal to this, you can easily prove it is perpendicular, perpendicular. These two triangles are congruent, so it is angle bisector, it is 60, 60 equilateral triangle, so it is height, all of the things. So because it is height, CP is perpendicular to AB, also PZ is perpendicular to AB, so CP and PZ are parallel because they have common point P, so you can say it is one line, so we can draw it like this. It is like this. Now we want to find what? We want to find h. Why? Because area of the volume is area of ABC. Area of ABC is so much easy. It's a squared, the next formula, a squared root 3 over 4. If the length of equilateral is this, it's what? 25 root 3 over 4 over 3 times what? Times h. So we need to find what? We need to find h. So let's focus on finding h. Okay, here we can say what? CP, it is what? It is 30. It is 30, so PC we know. Plus PZ is what? Is height of this triangle, which is what? 5 root 3 over 2. PC is what? You know PY is what? PY is this. So PC we know is, because it is 60, and it is 30, so PC is twice PY, because we know opposite 30 is half of hypotenuse, so we know PY, PC is twice PY. So 2PY is what? Is 2 times root of this, 24 over 5 squared minus h squared. PZ is what? Is root 75 over 4 minus h squared equals what? 5 root 3 over 2. So we have now one equation, one variable. If we find h, then the problem will be solved. Equation, we have h squared, h squared. So I consider h squared equals m. We don't have h, so that works. H squared equals m. We can say 2 times this, and we raise both sides to the power of 2. So it will be what? 4 times 24 square. I told you before in my previous videos, memorize 1 square to 31 square. It helps you. It will be 576 over 25 minus, I called h squared equals m minus m. First one squared plus second one squared equals 75 over 4 minus m. Let me move it to left. Plus 2 times this, which will be 4 square root of 576 over 25 minus m times 75 over 4 minus m equals what? square of this. 25 times 3 is 75 over 4. Now, I want to simplify this. I say we have 75 over 4 here, 75. I can cancel them, and I can take all thing on this part still left hand side. It will be 576 over 25 minus m, 75 over 4 minus m, and we take all things to right hand side. Negative 4m minus m will be what? Will be 5m, and here it will be negative 4 times 576 over 25. Okay, now we raise both sides to the power of 2. Let's see what we have. Then we have 16 times 576 over 25 minus m, 75 4 minus m equals 25m squared plus 16 times 57.6 over 25 squared minus 2 times this 24840m times 576 over 25. Okay, and if we expand this side, it will be what? If we expand this side, it will be 16m squared minus m 2576 over 25 plus 75 over 4 and plus 75 over 4 times 576 over 25, the left side. Now, it is this part. I take all things to right hand side, and then I have quadratic formula. 25m squared minus 16m squared, which will be 9m squared. Then I have 40m, 16 times something. I can factor from 8m, and then it will be 5 times this, which will be 576 over 5. And if I take this, we have 2 here. It will be what? It will be, and take to this side, it will be negative 2. It will be plus when you take here, but because we factored minus here, we write 2. Negative 2, 576 over 25 plus 75 over 4. And from constant, we can factor from 16, 576 over 25. It will be plus 16 times 576 over 25. We factor from this, and it will be 576 over 25. And this part minus 75 over 4, and we know this thing equals 0. Okay, now we want to simplify. We know that we can say 0 equals 9m squared minus 8m here. It's this minus 2 times this. Okay, so you can common denominator 25, and it will be 5 times this minus 2 times this will be 3 times 576 minus 2 times 75 over 4 plus 16 576 25, and this part 576 over 25 minus 75 over 4. We divide both sides by 3, it will be 3 this part. If we divide by 3, 1, 27, 9, and if we divide by 3, 2. If we divide by 3, 25. If we divide this part by 3 like this, 192. And now we want to simplify more. Here, if we use common denominator, we can cancel all those. So these 2, and it will be 2. So it will be 0 equals 3m squared minus 8m times over here 53 times 2 times this, 6 times this, 6 times 2, 12. We have 1, 6 times 9, 54 plus 155, 5. 6 times 1 plus 5, 11 minus 25 times 25 will be 625 here plus 16 times 192 over 25 Here, common denominator will be 104 times 624. We have 2, 4, 7, 28, 33, 2304. And this one will be what? 25 times 25, 625. 3 times 625, 15. We have 1, 3, 2, 6, 7. And 3 times 6, 18. We have this. Okay, so let's subtract this part. Let me write the rest of that with flag. 12 minus 5, 7. 4 minus 2, 2. 11 minus 6, 5. And this one, 14 minus 5, 9. We have 9 here. 9 minus 7, 2. We have 2 here. And you can say 12 minus 8, 4. It's 4, 2, 9, 5, 2, 7. Now, if we check these things, 100 you divide it by 4, it will be 25, and 4 here, it will be 25, and 2 here, 4. Now we multiply both sides by 25 squared, it will be 0. 3 times 25 squared, m squared, minus 4 times 25, which will be 100 times 527m. And this one, it will be 4 times 192. Okay, times 429. Okay, now we use quadratic formula to find m equals what? If we use quadratic formula to find m equals negative b. 100 times 527 plus minus b squared, 100 squared times 527 squared minus 4ac, which will be 4 squared times 192 times 429 times 3 times 25 squared, all over what? All over 2a, which will be 2, 3, 25 squared. Okay, now we factor from squared here. You can say it equals what? 100, 527, and then plus minus. So if you take 4 times 25 is 100, 100 squared. So you factor from 100 squared, take it outside, it will be 100. And it will be what? 527 squared minus 192 times 429 times 3 all over what? 2 times 3 times 25 squared. You can say divide both sides by both numerator and denominator by 50, 25, 125, and 2. It will be 2, and by 50 it will be 2. Okay, now we calculate what? We calculate 527 squared. It will be 527, 527, 7, 7, 49. We have 4. 1, 36. It's 5, 10, 35, 13, 26. It will be 9, 12, and 7, 7, 7, 2. And now we multiply these two things. 4, 2, 9, 3 times 2, 6, 3 times 9, 27. We have 2. 3 times 1, okay, 5. We multiply. Okay, 54, 17, and 25, 6, 20, 30, 45, 14, 21. It will be 4, 0, 11, 7, 4, 2. Okay, and if we subtract these two terms, 9 minus 4, it will be 5. And 2 minus 0, 2, because subtraction we have. 7 minus 1, 6. 7 minus 7, 0. 7 minus 4, 3. And 2 minus 2, 0. So we want to find the square root of this number. I told you how to find a square root. If you don't know the algorithm yet, you can send message to my WhatsApp number in the description and comments and learn this. In many problems of Hong Kong, we need this idea. You say 11206, you multiply it by 2. 20 what? If you place 7 is okay. 7, 7, 49, 4, 7 times 2, 14, 89. If you place 8, it will be greater than this. 16 minus 9, 7. And 9 minus 8, 1, 1 minus 1, 0. You place 17 here. 3, 4, what number we should place? It's 2, 5. If you place 5 here, 25, 2, 5, 22, 2, 17, and it will be 0, and it will be 75. So the thing inside the square root was perfectly square, and we can say what? It's 175. So let me erase this, and it will be what? 2 times 5 to 7 plus minus 175 over 3 times 25. So here we will find two answers, but the minus doesn't satisfy. Why the minus doesn't satisfy? Because if you check this equation, let me tell you what part we will have problem. Look, this part is equal to 4 root something, so it is greater than equal 0. And let me copy this part. I want to tell you answer completely. So here we will have two answers. 2 times sum of them. 5 plus 7, 12. We have 1, 1, 2, 3, 3 plus 7, 10. We have 1, 1, 5, 6. We have 7 here over 3 times 25. And subtraction will be what? 2 times 7 minus 5, 2. 12 minus 7, 5. 4 minus 1, 3. And over 3 times 25. At first, I want to reject this answer and say only it is possible. So what was our condition? Was this paste. 5m should be greater than this. If I replace m with this, then 5 times 2 times 352 over 3 times 25 should be greater than equal 4 times 576 over 25. If we cancel these things, and we can cancel these 2 by 2, and you can cancel these 2 by this, it will be 1. 15, 7, it's 6, and okay, you can write this again. It is equal 24 times 24, and we can say it is 8 times 2, 16, 21, and let's check 8, 2, 16, 22, and you can cancel this 8 by 3, this 22, 11 by 1, 2 here, it will be 12. So the left side will be what? 5 times 11, 55. And if we multiply both sides by 3, it will be 9 times 12. And it is obvious that it is contradiction. So we've reached contradiction. We have only this answer. Okay, here also you can calculate. It's 9 times 2, 18. 1 is 10. Okay, so our answer is what? This. If we divide both numerator and denominator by 3, it will be 2, 10. 3, 12, 4. Okay, so m equals 2 times 2, 3, 4 over 25. M equals 2 times 2, 3, 4 over 25. And if you prime factorize here, 2 times, if you divide by 8, it will be 2 times by 8. Let me check by what. So if you add up the digits, 4, 2 is 6 plus 3, 9. So you can say 9 times 2 times 9, 18, 54 is 26 over 25. So it will be what? 9 times 2 times 2, 4 times 13 over 25. It was h. H is positive. H is root m because m was h squared. So h is root m and square root of m. So it will be 3 to 6. 5 root 13. So the problem will be solved now. Why? Because we found h, and if we replace h, 6 root 13 over 5. 6 root 13 over 5. So here, 6 root 13 over 5. It will be what? We divide this and this. 1, 2, and also this 3. So it will be what? This 5, 5, it will be 5. And it will be what? 5 root 39. Let me write the answer here. 3 times 13, 39 over 2. So the last answer is equal to this. If you had any question about the last answers or the solution, feel free to send message to my WhatsApp number in the description and comment.